question is, how do you approach a woman at the club when she's with her friends and don't want to come off creepy or weird? So this is the question I really want to answer today. There's a couple of different types of like friend circles that go out to clubs. You know, you got the guys and girls. You got just the girl. If it's just the girls, that's a little bit harder. You got 4 blocks. If there's like a friend circle with like an even ratio with like guys and girls, and the guys aren't like white knights and like nice guys looking after the girls, and the guys are there to like encourage their girlfriends to go out and have fun, you got 2 teammates right there that could wingman you. So a lot of times at the clubs, you gotta read these kind of like scenarios. You gotta look for teammates. All right, girls, they not your teammates. Also, it depends on what club you go out to. It depends on like, you know, what the vibe of the club is. But if it's, you know, if it's a K-Town club, sometimes there's a lot more guys than there are girls. So there's also, you know, the general ratio of the club, right? And sometimes, you know, if there's way more dudes than girls, hey man, it's anybody's game. It's slim pickings. You gotta really stand out from the crowd, because there's gonna be a lot of dudes that's probably gonna try to holler at the most attractive girl there, and everybody's drunk, everybody's turned. You have to come correct with your approach for her to be like, oh wait, he's not a creepy, weird guy. Last night I was sober and I was just peeping. I was just looking. Like, there's just so many dudes that just like so drunk, plastered out of their mind, just like grabbing onto women. And I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? When you go out to a club, get drunk. Don't get like plastered drunk, because then you start doing shit you fucking regret. When you go to clubs, you also got people that you know, right, at this club. Maybe you're going with a group of friends, and like your group of friends, maybe they know other people that, and they could make the introduction. That's how you meet girls. That's probably the easiest way, because there is that like level of comfort, you know, if it's a mutual friend, rather than if you were just a stranger going up to a random girl. Like, that's a little bit, you know, off-putting for a lot of girls. A lot of times girls they go to clubs to have fun, but it's like they still like have their guard up. Are you really going out to have fun, or are you just going out, like, I don't know what the fuck you going out for? You know, I really don't know what you're going out for. If girls go out, put on their makeup just to like stand at a club rejecting guys with a resting bitch face, why? Those type of girls you probably don't want to go up to. There's 2 things that I look for when I go out clubbing, right? Especially if you know, I'm going out to Mac to talk to girls, to approach women. There's 2 things. One, it's like, yeah, like I need to be attracted to you, right? When you know, when the lights flicker and that for that brief second when you know the light hits their face, I'm like, okay, no, she pretty fire. She pretty fire. There's that initial like, okay, she's attractive, and then there's the second, which is like, yo, she's giving good energy to not just like her own friend group, but also like if you were to approach her, she's also receptive to like your energy. Like, if you're going up to her not in a creepy way, but just like, hey, what's up, you know, yo, like this song fire, like you guys just vibing to a song together. Or maybe, you know, you just doing some small talk, like, oh, what brings you out to this club or this bar, right? And she's kind of being receptive, right, making eye contact. That's it. If you meet those 2 requirements, give me good energy, I'm attracted to you, then fuck, that's all you need, really. That's all I look for.
Yo, what's up,
good, brother? I was talking about this off camera, or like before the call. I was like, if you want to come off not creepy, you have to go inside a club and just like soak in that environment first. It shouldn't be to like, oh yeah, let me see which, you know, hot girl I can approach tonight. That's a side mission, or that's one of the missions. But the other mission for you to not come off creepy is just to have fun. Go to a club, have fun. Like that's what a lot of people go to clubs for. They go to clubs, they unwind, they fucking dance, and they get drunk. You know, that's the point of them going to a club.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Bro, especially for attractive women. They're not going to a club like, oh, which guy can fucking pull me today, right? A lot of times, if they're attractive, they're probably not going to a club to specifically look for guys. They're probably going to a club to just have fun. So you gotta be on their level first. It's an even playing field, right? At that point, you're having fun, she's having fun, and then you go and approach her. that's not as weird. And then you go up, you don't try to be too aggressive. Don't be too like, oh, let me buy you a drink. Let me, I mean, you could, but personally, I just think that's a little bit too cliche and too like basic. Like you just like every other dude. Like what makes you stand out? Personally, for me, I like to first like talk to a bunch of different people at the club to kind of get my groove going, and I would probably start making jokes with random people at the club, and then slowly maybe I'll approach a girl that I think is attractive. I'm already warmed up at that point. Conversation is more fluid, my jokes are hitting. I treat this shit like a fucking video, bro. And I think at that point, like a lot of things are happening more like naturally, rather than if you were to walk in and like, hot girl, let me buy her a drink. It also depends on what clubs you go to, right? Oh, another thing for clubs, the more people that know you, the better.
Yeah. That's what I see a lot. It's like when you know someone and like you have mutual friends, it's easier to like talk to people.
Yeah, for sure. There's that level of like comfort with a mutual friend. You're not just a stranger. It's somebody introducing you to that girl, right? For me, I also like not knowing anybody at the club. That's just me though. That like I like hitting up a poppin' ass club in a whole different city, right? Because at that point, it's like nobody knows me here. I could get rejected, and I wouldn't like. It would not matter a single bit. If I'm in like my local city, maybe I'm talking to girls that might, I don't know my mutual friend. Like just start talking. I overthink sometimes too, But if I'm in a completely new city, I don't overthink. I'm just like, I'm here to have fun. I'm down to talk to whomever the fuck, right? There's not like in my current city, maybe there's like, oh shit, this girl might know, my ex, or like this girl might know my friend, and I might get exposed in a group. There's no like that kind of overthinking. My tolerance for rejection is a lot higher in a whole new city. Like I don't care at all. Right? Because it's a little weird if like you've seen that girl somewhere, right? And say you get rejected, it's like, oh fuck, who does she know that I know? You know what I mean?
Like this is like kind of like a small
exactly
city.
Exactly.
Everyone knows each other.
Yeah. So that makes rejection feel a little bit more like, it makes you overthink just a little bit. And I think, but I mean, either way, it's rejection is gonna happen regardless. You just gotta shoot your shot still.
Just be like Kelly. Do what excites.
Do what excites, bro. Do what excites. Yes.
Do you?
Do you, bro? Have you guys found any success at clubs?
Like here and there, but like I don't also like know like green flags. Like I'm like an introvert, to be honest. Like I don't really I'm not extrovert.
Yeah. So when you drink, do you become a little bit more extroverted?
Yeah, like I become a little more extroverted.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, drink a little bit, right? Green flags, I would say first is probably eye contact, right?
Yeah.
If you're in a club, you scan the room a little bit, see who's like giving you just a little bit longer eye contact than like everybody else, right? So I'd probably start there, and then I would try to see like, who's actually having fun here, like because you want to be surrounded by people having fun. You want to have fun, right? And then third of all, is she bad?
Right.
Should be number one.
After that, it just moves on to I would say some light conversation, maybe some light flirting, right? She giving you good energy back. I think it's a wrap. I need two to three green flags for me to be like, oh, she into me. Yeah, bro. I mean, clubs it's fun. It's not the most ideal place to like meet a good girl. Like I'm not gonna lie, I think but then again, I don't know, like bars are better. Bars are a little bit better because you could like actually have a conversation,
Like here.
Yeah. Clubs. is it's mad loud, and there's not a lot of room for like
interact.
Yeah, bro. Any other questions?
Yeah. Hi, Jerry.
What's good, bro? How you doing?
Yo, I'm down bad for you, bro. No cap.
Take care of yourself,
Thanks,
right?
I'll see you later. Have a good one.
Peace.